Right, well, what a weekend. What a night we have ahead. We're Offload live in Belfast this evening. We've got Cork this Friday. We had Thursday in Dublin,
Dublin.
Wednesday, Limerick. Thanks so much to everybody who's come out so far. Jeez, it's been some buzz, hasn't it?
Unbelievable, Tommy. Honestly, isn't it? Thank you so much to everyone that came along and that everyone's coming to Belfast and Cork on Friday. We can't wait to see. I'll be honest though, we've got a buzz out of doing it, man, isn't it? Like,
I'm bollocks, man, honestly. Honestly.
brilliant.
Like, because we're not, like, we're stupid because we're standing up trying to be funny and telling stories. I mean, instead of just standing there, if we had to talk more rugby, I think it'd be easier.
Do you know what? Who said it to me on the way out after Dublin? They were like, the only bit of sense about rugby came from Dustin, the turkey. Like, you're relying on Dustin to be the head of rugby, then we're all in trouble. But no, honestly, it was amazing. And you do get a bit of a buzz. Like, it can get a bit weird because we chat like this and you don't know how many people follow and listen. But just to everyone that does, thank you so much. It honestly means so much to us. It was
Big time.
Big
Time.
great.
Packed
What a
house
lift.
there. It was brilliant. Yeah, no, really look forward to it. Full up tonight in Belfast, and we're going pretty much full in Cork as well. So,
Yeah.
and then of course the big one, the big climax, the final week of the Six Nations. Do well to top this weekend. Before we start, I do want to just say a big thank you to everybody who's following as well. Please, if you can, like and subscribe on the podcast. I believe
Yeah.
it makes a huge difference. We haven't asked in a while, and we've been told to start to do that. So
Yeah,
there you have
it's
it.
so true. Like and subscribe really helps us. Two of us don't know how, but by all accounts, if you do it, we kind of push up a little bit, which would be great. Yeah, it's killing me at the moment. There's a few English podcasts ahead of us, and they're like in an Irish market. I'm there. Come on, lads. You know what I mean? Promise we'll chat a bit more rugby.
We're flying it.
Yeah.
Here, tell me, how did you enjoy like Friday? Now, can I start with a rant?
Go on.
Friday night rugby. Before we talk about what amazing matches and everything else there are, I see the Six Nations fixtures have come in for 2027. It's kicking off with Ireland against England, opening game of the Six Nations on a Friday night. If they're going to fucking have matches on a Friday night in Dublin, they better sort out the traffic system. It's a joke. It took me over nearly 3 hours to get home. Like, honestly, getting out of Dublin around the Aviva Stadium, getting over the East Link, through the tunnel.
Yeah.
Like, I ended up I was queuing there for a good over an hour. I had to turn around to go back up all the way around the M50. I mean, honestly, it's so annoying. So, if they are going to be doing these Friday night matches, they need to just sort out the traffic because it's a.
Well, do you know what they should tie in with?
It makes it only appropriate for people who live in Dublin to go to matches.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Or if you're going to stay up, which is quite expensive as well, isn't it?
Crazy.
For the hotel that night, you know what I mean? By the time you get back there, you're probably up and out, you know?
That's crazy. Honestly, it's not fair. Like, you're coming from Cork, Galway, Limerick, Belfast, even a little bit closer. It's just... It's not fair. Yeah.
Well, I told you that before. When I went to the game in Rome, the flight was full of Irish supporters that basically said they'd rather get a weekend in Rome. You know what I mean? It's probably in around the same cost. Yeah. They're going to have an incredible weekend. Then the hassle of going up and down. Yeah, you're right. It is very much reliant on the kind of Dublin crowd that's up there already, or the group that can afford to stay up. So yeah, it is difficult. But Jeannie, I must say, it was an amazing atmosphere, wasn't it? Ireland, Wales. We're always quick to put the boot in when the atmosphere isn't good, but geez, it was electric.
Yeah, and like this, a lot has to be said with that an evening kickoff, people just back from work, heading straight out, few pints, exactly. And the fact that Wales turned up.
Wales turned up.
Hell, what a performance. Like, we'll go into the game and what we thought about it in a minute, but just in terms of reaction, the physicality and stuff that they brought, I thought that they were outstanding.
There was some players over 33 tackles. You know what I mean? Just to witness it as well. Honestly, the best way of describing that game, it nearly felt like you to put in your gum shield to watch it. Like everything was full on, wasn't it? It was just, I thought it was an amazing game. I know the other two games have the highlight moments, but if you're looking for test match intensity, that game had it all. And brilliant to see in Wales. And look, some of the stuff you'd never question them about, like work rate through the roof. There's players on over 33 tackles. I think it's the highest they've made in the Six Nations, and just incredible.
Well, we questioned their defence and said that if you're going to be playing international rugby, you can't be conceding 40, 50, 60 points. And I mean, they'd be disappointed to concede 27 the way they did, because they left everything out there. So, like, it was great. Like, it was within 2 points. Jeez, I tell you what, I actually question, just, do they have the belief? Like, there's one thing in putting your body out there and getting close, but it's the belief that you can actually go on to win it. A little bit like what we're seeing with Scotland at the minute. They have the tails up. They have that belief that they can, beat France, where so many people don't believe that they can. That's the sort of thing that a coach like Steve Tandy can get them to work hard, but can he believe them to actually beat
and getting over
teams?
the line? Yeah, it really is. It's difficult. And like, England are probably in that spiral now at the moment. You know what I mean? When you kind of get used to it slipping away, and maybe the Wales are in that spot that they just need an ugly win, anything to get over the line. I was a bit frustrated with them. If you're looking with rugby eyes, I thought they should have kicked more points apart during the game. I'm well up for, you know what I mean, keeping the ball in play and running through the fatigue levels and stuff. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit of a job done outside.
You're all right. Carry on. Yeah.
No, but I did think that was something, scoreboard pressure. I think they went for an awful lot of taps and quick taps, and maybe and I was there, geez, let's keep the pressure on here. You know what I mean?
But they did so much good, and then just one or two unforced small errors, I think, really punished them as well. In terms of the Irish performance, I don't know, what do you make of it?
I thought it was great. Sorry, I'm not going to be like, I just thought they brought it with abundance, and it was proper test match intensity. And we found a way all the time. I thought there was some incredible performances. Jack Conan, man, you know what I mean? I remember we're there, the balance of the back row and stuff like that. He was jumping into the pocket at 8 for carries and stuff, and just the amount he gets through.
Go on, call it now. What's the back row this weekend? That's going to be a tricky one.
Well, I think Wales left breadcrumbs for Scotland to look at as well. You're on about that defence. That's because they didn't attack any breakdowns. They filled the pitch the whole time. And I wonder, like, Scotland's breakdown at the weekend was incredible.
Unbelievable.
I just wonder, if you're going into a breakdown battle, do you need Van der Fleer? Like, do you have to have him on the pitch in some way? I thought Nick Timmody was so unbelievable for selfless task work. That classic, Nick, you had a great game, we didn't see him, and he honestly chiseled away there at all the untanked shit that no one, you know what I mean, that probably doesn't even get stats.
So do you go same again? Do you look at the back row from England? Do you mix and match?
Yeah, I personally, I think maybe Van der Fleer needs to be in there. And then I'm wondering, you have to start Doris.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, what do you do then? Do you put Byrne it back there?
I think so,
to give you more of a breakdown threat? Oh,
I like, listen, it's a great conundrum to have, but I just think that, like, yes, Van der Fleer came in, was excellent. And I just think in that, and then to be dropped out again for that Welsh match, but I just think that the Byrne, Doris and Van der Fleer, but then like Conan gets man of the match and can't even get back into the team. I mean, it's sick.
And he's amazing, man. You know what I mean? He's amazing. Look, it's a great problem to have, isn't it? Because
give us your wingers. What about your wingers then? That's another one.
Yeah. Well, give us your wingers. You're the man in the know there. Me, I'm just, you know what I mean? I don't know it
well enough.
I think
Balogun just looks so comfortable at this level.
100% nailed on.
You know, he just looks so comfortable on the right wing. I thought Jacob went well at the weekend. I thought Tommy O'Brien came off the bench and was excellent against England. It's a bit easier, I think, to come off the bench, though, as opposed to starting in a game like that whenever it's 20 minutes in. You don't expect to just come in and just, like, he's a top quality player. I just think because he's a right wing, I just think it maybe gives the edge to Jacob. And I thought Jacob went quite well. He kept himself involved. But yeah, it's going to be a toss-up between Tommy O'Brien and Jacob.
Yes.
But again, it's just building more strengths in these positions.
Oh, imagine when you throw Matt back in this and James Lowe.
Yeah,
we
great.
really are in a great spot. So I did think it was funny though, seeing the two lads run on, Josh van der Fleer and Joe McCarthy. I don't know where they even meant to come on, but it was in the middle of that row with Furlong. Remember when Furlong was getting tetchy and he was flinging lads around the place? And then you could see Joe McCarthy just wanted to get on to wreak havoc. You know what I mean? I was there like, look at this. It had all the feels of WWF. You know, when the lads start running on from down the ramp, I was there like, here comes Joe and Josh. Ty Furlong's the only person I've ever seen in a fight take out a gum shield. You know what I mean? He was there like, he knew that everything is a weapon and I might need it all. A gum shield out, and away he goes. It was just so good. It was incredible.
That was when it was getting tight though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was tetchy at that stage. Seeing Tyke Furlong going back like that, you're thinking, yeah, Wales could be in with a shot here. Do you know,
what about that try, Reece Carr?
Oh, class.
Brilliant.
Fair play. I didn't realise it was actually 30 yards out.
Yeah, it was.
Jeez, it's a long way to go.
Honestly, some score to be fair, and some wheels. You know, our defensive setup is poor. We've an overfold, and you can see the lads are kind of nearly panicking. But they also do that horrible thing of not totally respecting them and kind of giving them the outside and not closing in. And then he just burnt him. Thought, that won't happen to him again.
It was Tyke Furlong, to be fair, was the inside defender. I mean, I'm kind of like, I've got two people outside me. I mean, I'm not going to... Someone's going to get this loose head prop, aren't they? Right?
100% it. You can see he goes with the like spaghetti arms. You know what I mean? The please be back here.
I love the big grin in his face. Literally a massive grin in his face
was
when
super.
He was put over the line. Unreal. And then out on the piss in a massive big fry, I think he put up on social media. So he was celebrating it.
They've had some trouble trying to manage him, aren't they? A bit like we were lucky to be around Bomb, Adam Jones, and like Craig White would openly admit that, you know what I mean? He was nearly personally man-marking him, wasn't he?
Yeah,
and I think that was the same with Reece as well.
I think Reece, since he's gone to Saracens, actually, it's really he's turned into a completely different player. I think Saracens, whatever they've done, probably do have a man marker on it. Listen, from Ireland's point of view, like, it was a wonderful performance in terms of getting the win, and a 10-point win over Wales with the bonus point was good. I think we missed, and I know Jack Cohn was player of the match, man of the match, and McCluskey was getting over the gain line. I just think we don't have an enforcer. I just think we're very same. And we're very one-dimensional.
Yeah,
like, there were no crossfield kicks, no dinks over the top, no like Gibson Park is trying to snipe, but we've nobody that really, like, if your big ball carriers aren't getting over the line, there's no guaranteed. Do you know that we would have seen with probably a Bundy? Do you know what I mean? Like, Bundy was able to, when the chips are down, you're kind of on the back foot. You need somebody just to steamroller over somebody.
Yeah.
I just think we're missing that at the minute. And you look at the likes of France or even Scotland just are playing with such tempo at the minute.
Yeah. I would tend to agree, but I purely credit Wales with that. I couldn't believe their lack of numbers at rucks to just fill the pitch. And I think Scotland will see that as well and think, you know what I mean, leave them have them, we're going to bang them. So like, there's breadcrumbs left of how to deal us, and we need to probably bring a little bit more to it. I do think we need stuff off launch. If you look at Scotland's try there for who went in, remember, off the back of the line-out?
Stain came in the switch play, yeah.
But we used to have plays like that under Joe, you know, like a launch one out, and they're honestly, it's chess. It's the players implementing brilliant coaching in detail.
I scored one against England, similar. Remember over in Twickenham off Tomas, and he broke off the line out. Isolated, I think it was Wilkinson on his inside shoulder. So, like, it's very rare you see the gap open up like there was there for Stain.
No.
Do you mean, like, they normally have that so well engineered?
It's always the homework, though. You know what I mean? Like, and you know those plays will come up. Like, look at the Grand Slam game on St. Patrick's Day where Ty Furlong played that. Remember, it was the outside, and then they gave the ball back in. And who did he put? CJ under the post, do you know?
Yeah, no. We haven't seen those. And Scotland have done a couple, even off the scrum on the left-hand side as well. Yeah. It was just as simple. It was 9-12, wrap around the back, and then just hit the 13 straight underneath the posts, you know? So...
I do think, and I've always felt that this is a massive week for the coaches in terms of detail, because now you have the library of everything. No one's going to grow a new leg. You have all their plays, all their lineouts. You know what they're about. This is where actually coaching and coming up with plans and detail is vital. And I just think, yeah, I'd agree with you. I think over last week, we've now seen that you're going to see a full pitch against us. I think Scotland will do that as well. They'll be efficient on their own breakdown, but they won't fight lost causes on ours, and they'll fill the pitch, won't they?
So will that be for Ireland then to kind of pick and go through the middle, try and suck their defenders in?
Yeah, but it's also gain line, Tommy, for me. And I think you're right. I think you need a few. Like that's Bundy will get you gain line, won't he? Joe Mack will get you gain line.
And Stuart McCluskey does too, but the thing
So
with
100%.
Stuart is that he gets you over the gain line, but then as opposed to keep powering on, he's looking for the offload.
Yeah.
And if the offload isn't given, which there was a few times in the game we didn't quite get it, or it got a little bit erratic, where sometimes just having someone head down, just get me 5 yards and have the opposition in the back foot, then quick ball. Like our ball was a bit slow in the breakdown, and they just spread out with numbers. I also think the fact that we didn't test them in the backfield meant that they were all able to stay up high.
Agreed.
So their defensive line was up, they were up flat. So we were just running round the corner straight into it. You know, if you put in a few contestables, a few chips over the top, like all our kicks were very much long to contest, as opposed to just attacking kicks like you see, like Russell's kicking. And even France, France still scored 40 points.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's nuts. I do think we overplayed a bit, especially in kind of parts of the pitch. I'd be a fan like you of that kind of maybe what we kind of call it long and on, if you know what I mean, and just making them keep a back three, because you're right. There was times, it's great when you can see it live, you know what I mean? You're there like one in the backfield here, 14 in the line, all smacking us, you know? So you need to have something to kind of show them a different picture, or at least, you know, make them respect it.
Here, talk to us about the Ireland-England match, or the England-Italy match. How good?
Okay. How good? Jeez, wow.
First time to ever beat England. Like the scenes after it, when they won that scrum at the end, and you thought, they've done it. Oh, man. Like that break through the middle as well. Jeez. Italy, like to think a couple of years ago, like they hadn't won one game in something like 4 or 5 years, and we were saying, get them out. What's the point? You know, get Georgia in, or you know, bring it back to 5 nations. Jeez, it's not just like winning matches; they're playing brilliant rugby as well. Great to watch.
Magic rugby, don't they? They really do. Yeah, and there's just so many quality players. So, like, Jake's delighted because we've been flooding the fantasy rugby team with a lot of Italians, and they're racking up points from him. He was there like, Menincello, Dad. Like, you know, who saw it coming?
I know, but who did see it coming? He's unreal.
Yeah. So, no, but do you know what? And I don't mean to be disrespectful. I think they won it in second gear. You know what I mean? I think they can play way better, and we've seen them play way better than that. They played, you know, against us, they played better than that. I think England were very clever in how they used the kind of clock, and they tried to turn it into that set piece battle, stop start. I don't think they managed the ref really well. I thought they were disrespectful in times, you know, and that would turn on them. But I think Italy will come away from that going, we won that in second. We can get an awful lot better.
Oh, it doesn't look much good for England then, because you see Ben Earl came out and said that he thought they played pretty well. That Borthwick then has said large parts of the performance were brilliant.
Wow. See, there could be the problem, you know, like genuinely, because they are probably performing that game plan really well. But what they don't realise is the tide has changed, hasn't it? It's moved. The game has moved.
But and like making 9 changes, Donncha. Do you mean?
Yeah.
Like Ireland looked a bit disjointed at times with 5 changes. 5 changes is a huge amount, but 9 changes, ludicrous stuff.
And to be fair, the changes you're making, right? If you're bringing them in, like if you're bringing in Finn Smith and looking them to play him in a kicking battle, it's not very good use of your cattle, is it?
No.
You know what I mean? You might as well stick with George Ford and just boot the leather off the ball if you're going to play that. You know what I mean? You're playing all these players in a system that just needs updating, doesn't it? Like heavily blanket, man. And you wouldn't know it. They're like I said it before, but like I can hear it on the pitch against England. Leave them have it. Leave them have the ball. They're going nowhere. They're going to kick it away.
Even bringing Finn Smith in and like dropping Mitchell, the Northampton 9, and dropping, is it Dingwell, is their first centre. Yes. I mean, the two lads he plays in club with, the two lads he knows inside out. So yes, we'll bring in Finn Smith, but we'll bring in Spencer at 9 and Atkinson at 12. Like, what chance have you got? At least give me one of them, so I can have a bit like. And this is the one thing that Farrell has always talked about, is continuity. Knowing like the people that you're working around. So to just be thrown into a game. And like, I just thought, you wonder, and I tell you what, I think the English, the RFU have kind of said, listen, we'll give them to the end of the Six Nations, maybe the summer, make a decision. But like, they've got France coming up next, and then I think they've South Africa first game up in the summer. It's a daunting prospect that looks ahead for Steve Borthwick.
Yeah, look, I know it lies with the coaches and the managements, but I would be disappointed with a group of players there that don't question stuff, that don't say, why are we doing this, man? You know what I mean?
Well, they might. We don't know what they're doing. I don't. Borthwick doesn't inspire you as the person that sort of would take questioning. Now, and I've no basis. I have no idea.
Look, I know it's chatting to an awful lot of the people that would have worked with him in Saracens at that time when he was even a player, just his attention to detail, and you hear everything Eddie Jones said about him in that time in Japan. And he would be massively led on that kind of what the data is telling you, what the stats say. But we know the great coaches that we've been around have been able to kind of put that aside and go, okay, the picture I'm now seeing, like I remember that with Alan Gaffney. That was always his point of difference, his eye, what he could see in front of you. He'd come in at half time and say, okay, the week's preparation now is under threat because that's not what we're seeing. You know what I mean? Yeah. What we're seeing is this, and we all need to adapt and change. And as a player, you love that, because there's nothing worse than, honestly, the fucking coaches that come into you on the Monday review going, this was bad, this was bad, this was bad. You were there like, that would have been very helpful at half time, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't find very inspiring. Even in the aftermatch.
Yeah, but then you listen
to him, but
you listen to how they say that Kevin Sinfield spoke for an awful lot of the week and took an awful lot of the meetings. So I do think it's a bit unfair putting all of it on him as well, but it just makes me appreciative of what we have. You know what I mean?
Remember Phil Morrow beside him as well. Our old mate, the Butcher Morrow, sitting beside
the Butcher.
Maybe I shouldn't say that.
But look, even all this,
you're out. But like, Phil Morrow, because you would have been in Irish camp when Phil Morrow was kind of director.
Always got on really well with him, found him brilliant
stuff there, and he obviously went to Saracens with Mark McCall and became director of performance almost there. But Jesus, big move for him there. But I tell you, there's a lot of question marks, a lot of pressure on that organisation, not that group at the minute.
Yeah, but look, you would hope that there's people around him that, you know what I mean, can say, like, you know what I mean, we need to change, or you need to change, or just even having the awareness of, okay, you're not good at that stuff, so don't do it. Like, I heard Conor O'Shea speaking on the good, the bad, and the rugby. Incredible, man. Leave him out front of house to chat about English rugby. You know what I mean?
He's like Humphreys. He doesn't want to. He's behind the scenes pulling the strings.
I understand, but if they're trying to kind of get everything right and pull in the right direction, but honestly, the truth is, Tommy, they're way behind. Like, they're lucky they don't have Wales next. Because Wales...
Listen, I don't believe that they are. Like, they went on a 12-game winning streak and they just look... Like, Ireland has shell-shocked them, and again at the weekend, unbelievable. I just think, like, they do have the players there. It's just something within the coaching team.
Personally, I do think they need to have an overall review of all of it. I played in that Premiership. It is so attritional. It is so hard. But I don't know how fit for purpose it is when it comes to the international game. Yeah. You look at the Bristols that try to throw the ball around. It's so hard to get traction in that league if you look to do it. Then you look at the Northamptons, who are probably the ones that are leading the way. That's the perfect mix, and that's probably what they should be trying to. Like always, when England went well, it was off the back of certain clubs, Leicester Tigers, Wasps, when they were Saracens. They then are the kernel of it and they drive it. Like Northampton are probably the driving force in English rugby. England don't play within an ass's roar of that type of rugby they play. So
no, it's a total different style of rugby that they play. You're right. Here, France. I mean, typical France.
Typical France. Wow, aside from though, geez, well done Scotland. It was incredible performance. Geez, giving them breath, man. That last bonus point. Hopefully they'll regret that. You know what I mean?
Who, Scotland?
Scotland. I know the game's won and but you just gotta, every point matters, and just keep yourself in the hunt there a little bit. It was an incredible game of rugby though, wasn't it?
Jeez, like 50 points to 40, insane, like insane. But it wasn't just like it was the style of rugby, the tries. Like, and I was watching the second half in particular. The crowd just didn't know what to do. The place must have been electric. And it teased it up so well for this weekend. To think, both France and Scotland both on 16 points. Ireland, I think, 2 points behind on 14. Italy, the opportunity to become their highest ever place if they're to thrash Wales as well. Just so much on the line going into the
Isn't there
a
dynamic that if Wales beat Italy and France thumped England by 70 points, that England could finish bottom of the log?
I think I was looking it up. I think it's literally by 70 points. I mean, they really
The only thing I'll say about that, though, could you imagine being in the review with Sean Edwards after taking 50?
Oh.
Like France, honestly, no one's crossing that line this week.
This is it. Like, do you mean this is what I mean? It's just so French, and they'll turn up this weekend. They'll absolutely storm it, and you're just like, "Fuck's sake, lads!" What? Like, for the quality that team have, how I think they've only won Six Nations Grand Slam in the last 5-6 years. It's totally, it's not good enough.
I agree, but then, Tommy, I must say, this is why we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. The tournament is magic, man. That can happen because Scotland were so much better than them on Saturday.
They were excellent. Like, listen, credit to Scotland. I called it. We called it. We both spoke with this. How we said,
you're turning into Mystic Meg, man. It's brilliant. I love it.
But they both play quite similar styles of rugby, and you just felt there was a French performance there that's not going to be on the money. And they have been relying on a lot of bouncing balls going the right direction for them. And just fair play to Scotland having the balls to go out there and actually capitalise on it. Because a lot of teams, the bounce of the ball might not have gone your direction, but they just made it work for them. And I just think like it's going to be a cracker weekend. I am buzzing about the
But do you know what? Sometimes I think we get blinded, right, with the love for a brilliant World Cup. And can you really remember one? You know what I mean? Like that was, whereas the Six Nations will always give you hope, won't it? There's always one or two. It's just this year has been off the charts. It really has. I think it's been the best ever to kind of watch, isn't it? Every Saturday there was a joy to be a rugby pig, wasn't it?
I think for 100% agree, but I think for Six Nations organisers, they're raging because England and France are where all the eyeballs and the money are. And to see to see England not being so I think they're raging. They need an England winning this to keep interest
Sportlink's line flooding the channel to head over to watch them in the Grand Slam game. Jeez, that did it well.
I mean, I love the good, the bad, the rugby. Haskell talking all about we're going to win a Grand Slam. We're going to win this. We're going to win this. They've deleted their predictions. Did you see that one?
No, they didn't. Did they? Stand over them, lads.
All their predictions. They have Payno, England. Tins, England. Oh, to be fair, Haskell thought France would win the last game. Joe Marler thought the last game would be a draw. Johnny May, England. And Brownie, he's England the whole way. So that's they've actually deleted that post.
Lads, don't be cowards. Put it back up and take the slagging. You know what I mean? That's totally fine.
Brilliant.
I'm glad that we're calling them with a bit of sense, Tommy, to be fair to us, the both of us. You know what I mean?
It takes us on the offload to stick with us. We'll keep your money safe for you. Big time. Right. Oh, I think I'm working with you this weekend as well. We're
Yeah.
both doing we're both at the game together. Look
I
forward
can't
to
wait
it.
for it, Tommy. It's going to be incredible, isn't it? Like, think of this week coming up, right? There's the rugby, obviously, on Saturday. Mother's Day is on the Sunday. In Patrick's Day is Tuesday. Into
Hold on.
Cheltenham.
Live show.
Our live show on Thursday or Friday in Cork. Still tickets available.
Hold on, right. Cheltenham on from today right through the rest of the week. Belfast tonight. Then you've got live show Cork. Six Nations Grand Slams finales. And then Mother's Day, cracker. And then
Incredible.
Paddy's Day.
And then Paddy's Day. And also we're out, you know what I mean? The hope, like. And a Triple Crown would be amazing, wouldn't it? The way this year has started. Honestly, I know this sounds awful. I was so proud on Saturday. Honestly, I love that team, man. I love how they go out. It doesn't all go our way, and they find a way to just lift you. You know what I mean? Identifying with them is quite easily, isn't it? You're there like, they find a way, man.
No, listen, good to get the job done. I don't know. I think we're a long way off, man.
We are, but that's all right. We're still hunting, man. And look at that, Scotland coming to town and we're hunting them. Like, we're trying to stop them winning a championship or a Triple Crown, which would be amazing.
They haven't beat us at home 16 years or something ridiculous like that. So,
I remember at Crow Park, and that's been enough to actually fuel all of us forever. Remember? Oh, jeez. And it's still a scar, isn't it?
It's a scar. Dan Parks, was it that one?
Dan Parks, with the kick of the day to win it. Jeez,
God. Well, they have it in them.
Are we going to chat about Jack? And are we going to jump on because you're allowed to chat about Jack if he misses conversions. Have you noticed that's a stipulation to the rule?
Do you know what, Donncha? I am actually not. We're not going to discuss.
We're not going to. That's okay. Because he also scored a fantastic try. But let's not chat about that. We won't. No, let's not do that.
Let's not. Hey, why put the pressure on Jack Crowley? Why put the pressure on him? Why put the pressure on him? Why do it? This is what you're doing.
If we're only chatting about Jack Crowley, only chat about the conversion that was missed.
Do you want me to talk?
Chat about his performance.
We could easily talk about his performance, but let's not, Donncha, because he's got a big weekend this week.
Go on, Jack, you beauty. Keep going, boy, you beauty.
Like and subscribe. Maybe we'll discuss Jack on Friday's show. Chat to you later.
Good luck, Tommy. See you along the way.